Welcome, and in today's video, you're gonna learn exactly how to make an easy $1,000 every single week, even if you're like me and have no degree. So let's just get right into it. So one of two things. Number one, to be quite fair, I don't have a degree either. So I can tell you right now that having no degree kind of does suck-ish. Kinda, sorta. But anyway, it doesn't really matter if you have a degree or not, because what I'm gonna be teaching you to do here today doesn't require you to have any sort of special skills. Not necessarily any type of special skills, but stuff that you can learn to do over time. And the other thing, and I've been preaching about this for the last quarter of this year, is everything that you make, you want to put a percentage aside and start investing it. I'm not going to preach about investing in this video, because if you want to invest, that's completely up to you. But what I would suggest doing is taking a fraction, a percent, maybe 10 or 15% of everything you make every week, every 2 weeks or every month or so, and going ahead and investing it into something longer term. So without any further ado, I want to go ahead and dive into the 4 different routes that you can use and give you examples on my computer of how you can go ahead and make this type of passive income rather easily. So let's do it. So number one is very simple arbitrage, and a lot of people know what item arbitrage is. It's basically where, let's just say you go to a garage sale and you find this blender and they say, okay, we want $1 for it. Meanwhile, you know that you can list it on the Facebook Marketplace or you can list it on eBay, and you can sell it immediately, and you could sell it for like $10, and you make that $9 profit in between, and that's what you keep into your own pocket, again, before fees. So I actually want to show you exactly what you can do. You can go on places like Craigslist and your local Craigslist and find different items for sale. And these items don't have to be limited to what I'm about to show you. I'm just going to show you one example. You can do everything from furniture to household appliances to video game consoles, electronics, whatever it is. So in my case right over here, you can see that somebody's listing posted 8 days ago, Xbox One S, 1 terabyte. It's a bundle, 4K Ultra, yada yada, white, $205. This is roughly 20 minutes from where I live. Yeah, so $205, non-negotiable, $205. Okay, so what I did was I went over to eBay and I was trying to find something similar. 1 terabyte Xbox S, 360S, I think that's what it's called, Xbox One X. So I found it actually. And right over here, it's the Xbox One X 1 terabyte console. However, this is open box damaged. There are, and it's selling for, let me just mind you, $259. And it's not a bundle, keep in mind. So that tells me, and this one right over here, new ships in brown box, all standard accessories included. It's an open box, so it's not new. So the ones that are new and whatnot, like this bundle right over here, if I were to click on the bundle, you can see that it is selling for, I don't even see how much it's selling for over here. So I brought it over to the checkout to show you in total it would cost around $250 or $234.99. So now you're probably like, okay, damn, well that's only $30, give or take. However, because you're getting all of this and selling all of this, you'll be able to go ahead and maybe sell it for $300 or perhaps maybe $290, $275. So you can price it accordingly based on everything that you're going. You get a matching controller, an Xbox Live membership. So there's a lot more, and you can flip it. So that's just one route. Let me talk about another route that you can use. Now the second thing that you can do is actually go out there and flip cars. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Take a look at this. I was going and doing some research, and then I actually talked to one particular person who does this very occasionally, but he does it for higher end cars, meaning he does it for like exotics. Well, if you consider like Porsche's exotics and whatnot, he'll typically work with cars between $50,000 to $70,000 that are selling locally, and then he'll flip them for like $80,000, $90,000 and take that $20,000 profit. He does like 2 or 3 of them every single month, and he's able to move them consistently. But how does he do this exactly? Well, he goes onto the Facebook Marketplace for local. So local, you can actually go to facebook.com/marketplace, head over to vehicles, and then you'll be able to see these vehicles right over here. Now, I went ahead and did some research on my own, and I found this particular vehicle, 2016 Ford Fusion SE sedan 4-door. It has 52,867 miles. It's white. And what I did was I went ahead and I went onto cars.com and I looked at similar cars with similar mileage. So this one has 88,000 miles selling for $10,995. And this one has, let's just see, this one has 62,000 miles, same exact year, same exact model, and it's selling for $9,598. and they're asking for $2,500 for this vehicle. Now again, I would presume that this is fairly cheap. So one of two things I would make sure. Number one, it's not a scam, so don't send any money over the internet unless you see it, talk to them in person, and they actually have the title to the car. Don't be stupid. So number two is you want to make sure that the price that they're listing over here is actually what they're offering in person. It might not just be one of those bait and switches. So you want to make sure that you can do that and have a healthy profit margin. However, you want to go ahead and make sure that you have the capital there in order to make these transactions happen. Because some people might not have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 laying around. However, what I will say is that you could do this with motorcycles and dirt bikes and different motorized vehicles as well if you wanted. It's not only pertaining to cars. And you can put whatever you purchase on multiple different marketplaces like cars.com, eBay Motors, and different marketplaces that you want to go ahead and list your particular vehicle on to make that flip. So this is a great strategy to use in order to go ahead and just start making some side income. As a matter of fact, like I said before, I do know somebody in particular who's going out there and buying exotics. They'll go on to like local boards like Craigslist and whatnot and see where people are posting their cars, just trying to get rid of it, just trying to liquidate it really quickly. And you can see right over here, 2013 Audi A6, 3.0T Premium Plus. If I were to run a quick search on cars.com for this particular car right over here, so we're looking at a 2013 Audi A6. Let me pull up the results. So this one right over here is $11,400. So it doesn't seem too far-fetched from the actual asking price. However, you have this one right over here, which is close to the same mileage, around 3,000 or 2,200 miles off or so, and they're asking for $16,000. So if you were to go ahead and purchase this particular vehicle at, let's just say $10,000 and then sell it for $15,000, your potential margin could be that $5,000. But again, just keep in mind that that's your potential margin that you can make. And there's deals like this everywhere, and you want to start off rather small, and you can keep on working your way up. You can even go as far as selling exotic cars eventually. It's completely up to you, but it's a great way to make a lot of extra cash on the side rather fast, and you could turn it into a business that you, quite frankly, just live off of. So keep that in mind. Let's move on to number 3. Now, next what I would suggest is being able to offer some sort of service. Now, offering a service is really useful because it's in essence a trade of money for your time. You're getting paid for your time. And typically a service can be rendered in literally anything, whether it's video editing services, it can be, literally a service can be absolutely anything. You giving your time to do something for somebody else and getting paid for it, that is in essence a service. And different platforms that you can use in finding, clients and whatnot, there's 2 ways to do it. Either directly finding clients or clients coming to you via a third-party platform. So something like Upwork or freelancer.com, you can go on there and list your skills. If you know how to use Photoshop, good. You can go ahead and find somebody who will pay you $30 an hour. You can find somebody who just wants one job done and they'll pay a set price of $500, and that job might take you 7-8 hours, and there you go, you made $500 for that time. And again, you can go on Fiverr and offer small services, whether it's, let's just say you're a photo editor, you can offer picture editing services, and you can do a simple edit for $50. 10 people go ahead and purchase from you, that's $500. And if each edit takes you an hour, 10 hours for $500, $50 an hour, there you go, that's how that math works out. But then if you wanted to, you can even dive into and take a look at groups, Facebook groups, in your particular marketplace that you are trying to offer your service in. So if you're a Facebook ads expert and you know how to create ads, like creatives, or you know how to run ads and manage ads, you can go into different groups like Facebook ad buyers. I'm not saying go into this one, I'm just saying you can go into groups like this, and you can see people that have trouble, you provide value, and this is a different approach. This is more so you attracting a client, so you'll have to do a lot more outwards work, a lot more output in order to get a lot more input. Meaning that you'll actually have to help them, get on a call with them and provide a lot more value, and then try to offer them a service. And this is the key, offer a recurring service. So if you can go ahead and provide a lot of value and then show that particular individual why you're worth X amount to them, if you can solve a problem and make it profitable for them, you'll be able to dictate how much you ask them to pay you, and they'll willingly and gladly pay you at that. So let's move on to number 4. Now this one's really crazy. Photography, okay? I have a particular friend who, he's not a photographer. I mean, he is now, but he wasn't a photographer. And somebody asked him to shoot their wedding. And it's just because he just so happened to get a new camera and he was taking photos, learning it. And they offered him $500 to shoot for, it was like 4 hours or so, and he took it. And he wasn't the only photographer, mind you, so I want to make that very clear. But he was just one of the photographers there. So what I realized is that there's people like this everywhere that are doing the same thing. You know, I started to really think, what necessarily categorizes somebody as a professional photographer? Is it because they have a studio? Am I a professional YouTuber because I have a studio? So I started to really think, okay, what is the qualifications for being a professional photographer? Well, it's just taking really good photos. And taking really good photos is a person-to-person thing. Because what I think is a really good photo, you might not think it's a great photo. So essentially, if you get a good camera, a good lens, you can offer wedding photography services. You can go ahead and shoot people's cars. That's a huge community, by the way. I know people that are paying $1,000 to $2,000 for an entire day when they're rallying with their supercars, just for somebody to be there and take pictures all day. And that's what this person's getting paid for. So being a photographer is very lucrative, and if you just land 3 or 4 gigs every single month that pay $1,500, next thing you know, you're making $6,000 on the side just from landing these few gigs, and it can be really fun and really exciting. For those of you that shoot weddings, you already know that photographers, typically they get fed and paid at the end. And for those photographers that are shooting cars, you guys already know you get to be in the most prestigious cars in the passenger seat because they want you to take photos of them. So, I mean, it's a win-win here. It's a really cool gig. It's definitely something I would suggest taking up. It is time-consuming to learn, but like I said, it's very it's more so on a person-to-person basis. Not everybody's going to like your work, and that's okay. So not everybody's not supposed to like your work. That's the whole point of everybody being different. So being a photographer for weddings and being a photographer for multiple different events is a great way for you to go ahead and pay the bills. So if you're interested to know exactly what I do and how I go out there and generate 7 figures in my business every single year, there's a link, a free link in the description, or a free link to join, or a link to join that's free. There we go, got it. A link to join a free Discord chat. I'm in the chat, and there are a lot of other people in the chat. And if you want to go ahead and talk with us, and I focus mainly on dropshipping. If you're interested in going out there and learning about my business model, what I do, and connecting with individuals just like yourself on the same journey to go out there and have a passive income lifestyle, then what I would suggest is taking a look down in the description and joining the free Discord channel. Register, it's free. You can connect with me, chat with me there. I'm in the chat, and you can connect with the entire community as well. So DanFam Notification Squad, it has been real. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please, 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 shoot a like on this video if you really enjoyed it and you want more videos like this. I'll catch you tomorrow.